This week, we would like you to learn how to create a budget to effectively manage your needs, wants, and savings based on your monthly net income. Your monthly net income is what you take home after any taxes and payroll deductions. And it is crucial to know what your net income is because it determines the limit on your spending in each of the categories. A common rule used for creating a budget is using the 50/30/20 rule. Using this rule, half of your income is allocated to your needs, 50%, and the rest is divided between your wants, 30%, and savings, 20%. This approach allows you to take charge of your finances by establishing and sticking to a budget, and guarantees a safety net for your needs, wants, and future savings. There are three main categories of spending. The first we'll discuss is needs. Needs are your essential expenses that are hard to give up, such as housing, rent, basic utilities, food, clothing, and more. It is important to allocate 50% of your net income to cover these needs due to the potential negative consequences of neglecting to account for not being able to cover these expenses. The second category of spending is wants. Wants are non-essential products and services you pay for, such as cable, internet, takeout, travel, and more. The typical rule is to allocate 30% of your net income to your wants. However, since these are non-essential expenses, adjustments can be made to contribute more and more to your savings. The third category of spending is savings. Savings are any expenses related to debt repayment and savings plans, such as emergency fund savings, credit card debt, retirement savings, personal savings goals, and more. It is suggested that 20% of your net income should be allocated to your savings goals. However, keep in mind that prioritizing this category is important, as any amount saved, big or small, is better to saving nothing at all. To effectively create and stick to a budget that addresses your needs, wants, and savings goals, we suggest the following steps. 1. Start by tracking your expenditures for at least a month, using whichever method you prefer and are comfortable with. You can use a spreadsheet, an app, or online banking. 2. Then compare your monthly expenses to the 50/30/20 breakdown. Don't worry if your spendings don't align with the three categories of spending. 3. If your expenses do align with the 50/30/20 guideline, keep utilizing this budget. If they don't, proceed to the next step and see what will work best for you and your budgeting goals. First, begin adjusting your spending habits to better align with the 50/30/20 framework if possible. Second, you may have to let go of some wants or seek out more affordable options for your regular spending if possible. Third, if you find yourself consistently overspending and may be unwilling or unable to make compromises, the only viable solution may be to increase your income by looking for side jobs to boost your monthly earnings. Fourth, thus, please also feel free to adapt the 50/30/20 rule as needed. If paying down debt is your primary focus, a 30/10/60 budget might serve you better in reaching your goal more quickly. This approach is entirely flexible to address your budgeting goals. This week, you will focus on developing a budget that aligns with your spending and saving goals. Start by calculating your after-tax income, including payroll deductions. Next, determine the appropriate amounts for needs, wants, and savings according to the 50/30/20 rule. After that, estimate your current spending in each category and assess how your actual expenses compare to the recommended spending amounts for each category. And remember, creating and sticking to a budget will help you be more committed to improving your financial well-being and future.